Good morning. I'm MJ from Lioness Publications, and we are going to do Trump's Daily, and this is for October 6th, which is going to be Monday. Now, I wish I had better news about when the government will be shutting down. Some of the things we'll cover, you'll get maybe a little bit better understanding that we're probably going at least to the end of this week. So I'm not seeing anything positive in the next few days, and I'll explain why as we go through the pieces. So let's start. We've got Venus, which is squaring his north node and his south node. So Venus is in effect, the things that are nice in life, his voters, things like that. And what this means is he's not really going to be moving out of his comfort zone. He wants to sort of revert back to his old patterns. He doesn't want to do anything different. So this is not conducive to having any type of negotiation. Now, the next one we have is Venus squaring Moon. So Venus, again, social activities, things like that, squaring emotion. So in this case, what does this mean? He's going to be pouting. He's going to be acting like a victim. He wants affirmation that what he's doing is right. Now, he's also going to be projecting what his feelings are on other people. And it's also, it's a time when you're more likely to try and do declarations or in effect issue ultimatums, which we've seen. He's done that. But it's not a good time for that because you're coming from a time where in effect, in a relationship, it's not working for the other side. So this thing with Hamas is probably not going to be as positive as most people are thinking. But we'll probably do something on Israel and Palestine later. Next one we have is Mars square Pluto. I haven't brought this one up in the last few days, but this is one of the reasons why none of this is likely going to work, at least at this time. Mars square Pluto means what? Power struggles, confrontations. He wants control of the situation, and he's not going to give it up. He wants to push through any type of limitations, and he feels compelled to act, and it's with anger and resentment, and it's because he's afraid he's losing control. Now, this usually has, it's a little bit more duration than just, for example, Venus, Mercury, or the Sun. This is going to be more like 3 to 4 days. So this has already been in effect for a few days, and we can see that. And it's going to be in effect for another few days. So at this point, I'm not looking for anything until probably Friday, until this thing moves out. It's like I said, he just wants control. Anything that indicates that he doesn't have control of the situation, he's not going to be happy with. Okay? Now, the moon angles, let's talk about that. We've got moon in conjunct ascendant. That's actually happening very early in the morning. So probably around 12:30, 1, 12, something like that. And in this case, he's out of sync with his public persona. And think of it as wearing the wrong outfit for the occasion. So you're going to a pool party, but you're wearing a suit. So you're not showing up in the right frame of mind. So when he's taking questions and things like that, he is in effect just bringing up things that people are not going to be interested in, his voters or the people in the United States. So he's not prepared. He's off center. He doesn't see what the public is seeing. He doesn't have his fingers on the pulse of the public. He's uncomfortable, and he's, in a sense, he's not really showing up. Meaning that when he does show up for something, he's not there. He's not answering the questions. So he's just not there. Now, the next thing we have is a moon trying the black moon Lilith. And this is a trine, so it's good. So it's not like we're getting that part of his, the undercurrents with this. So we've actually got something where he may be going down another path with this, and we'll have to see if that's what happens. So the tendency here is he might try to do something unexpected, going off the beaten path. And it's almost like it would probably be a time when some advisors might be trying to whisper in his ear. So hopefully that's not happening and they sort of steer him down the wrong path, because that wouldn't be good. Next thing we have is Moon opposing Neptune. Oh, and by the way, the Moon trine the black moon is around 10 a.m. in the morning. The next one is Moon opposing Neptune, and this is also at around 10 a.m. So in this case, we've got confusion, we've got avoidance because Moon, emotions, Neptune is fantasy, posing, so what he thinks, what he feels, is not really in tune with what is. He's disoriented, and boundary blurring in relationships. So he's not able to, in a case, let's say, negotiate because he's not seeing where the boundaries are. So this is an issue. Next one we have is Moon squaring Mercury. That's happening at around 4 p.m. And this is, Moon emotions, Mercury speech, plans, communication. So what happens is he gets so emotionally involved because it's a square with what he's planning, what he's saying, what he's negotiating. So he's also misreading what people are saying or what, in effect, he's understanding. He's going to be impulsive. And it's similar to listening to a radio. You're listening to a song and there's a lot of static. So what are you doing? You're either trying to change the knob to get less static, but then you're not listening, or you're really trying to listen hard, but you can't listen because there's static. So it's a tough thing. He really can't hear what people are saying. Lastly, at around 8 p.m., we've got Moon trine Pluto, which is a nice angle. Okay, so he sort of thinks he's in control, and he's got some magnetism where he can sort of draw people to him, maybe try and convince them. But it's like, remember, we've got the Mars square Pluto, and that's saying no control. So even though he wants it, he doesn't have it. So what is this saying? It's saying that we're not going to have any negotiations probably completed, at least at the front part of this week. So I wouldn't think that things get serious until maybe Friday, maybe even the weekend. Have to see what the other things, are showing. But yeah, sort of, he's in a point, he wants to be in control of this. He wants to look like he won, and he's not coming back from that. Have a good day, and thank you for watching.